Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and a few months ago we looked at a cable called the MicFlip, which is a fully reversible USB micro connector that was actually pretty innovative because I've often fiddled around trying to get the USB cable plugged in the middle of the night and could never get it. This cable eliminated that problem because it would work in either orientation, upside down or right side up. It didn't matter with the MicFlip. The problem though with the MicFlip was that it wasn't reversible on the other side of the cable, and now it is. We're going to take a look at the version 2.0 of this cable in a second. I do want to mention, though, in the interest of full disclosure, that this came in from Winnergear, who is the manufacturer of the MicFlip, free of charge. However, nobody is paying for this review. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and no one is reviewing this content before it is posted. So, very nice cable here. As you can see, it is fully braided and tangle-free, really attractive looking here. And what we're going to do is try it out with my USB SSD here and see how well it can transfer data when we flip the cable around a couple different times on both sides. Now, this is a USB 2.0 cable, so this will not transmit at USB 3 speeds, and I also believe it's limited to about 2 amps of charging, so I don't believe you can fast charge with this cable. Now what I've done here is plugged it into this USB 3 drive. What you may not know is that you can plug a USB 2 cable into a USB 3 micro connector here. You just plug it into the left-hand side. Once it gets focused again, you plug it into the left-hand side on there. You're not going to get the same speed you would get with a USB 3 cable, but I thought it would be nice to test power as well as data. So we'll see if it can power this SSD that's in here. So we did plug that cable in. I'm going to then plug in this portion of the cable into our Mac here, and then we'll see what pops up on our screen. This one does go in a little tough. It feels like it gives you some resistance when you push it in. So we'll see it kind of stick out of here a little bit. But when we go to our Mac's screen here, you can see that the drive is showing up. It's called New Volume right down here. I'm going to copy a file over to it to make sure that we can get data onto that. I just wrote that file on. You can see no problem there. The file came in properly. So I'm going to eject this now. And what we're going to do is go back to my other camera here. We're going to take the MicFlip cable and do what it does best and flip it around on the other side of the cable like we did on the old review. We'll go back over to my Mac here and see if that drive still shows up as New Volume once more. And there it is again. So that flipping portion worked. We'll grab that file again and just copy it over and make sure that it does indeed work. And sure enough, there you go. So that works. So we're going to eject it again. I'm just going to do one more flip of the cable, this time on the other side of the equation here on this side. So we'll just take the cable out here. We're going to flip it around to how it was, the opposite of what it was a second ago. We'll pop it in there, and again, a little bit of resistance on there, so it does stick out a little bit. But when we go back over to the Mac, we will see here that that is showing up once more. I'll grab that file and copy it over one more time just to be safe. And we are getting data and power in any cable orientation with no trouble whatsoever. So the MicFlip does work as advertised. Again, really limited to USB 2 devices. So I would say it's probably best suited as a tablet or a phone charging cable, something that you don't need a very quick charge with, or something you might want to occasionally transfer low volumes of data with. Seems to work pretty nicely. A really nice braided nylon design here, so it won't tangle up too much. And really neat little innovative product. So I'll put a link down to it in the video description if you want to check one out for yourself. This is Lon.TV, and thanks for watching. This channel is brought to you by my Patreon supporters. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/Patreon to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/S.